podcast is part of the Loosely Connected Network. Visit www.thelooselyconnected.com for more great podcast networks, Twitch streams, YouTube channels, and more.
I love the Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love the Power Club.
No time for time travel.
Welcome to another episode of the No Time for Time Travel podcast. We're a podcast for nerds by nerds. My name is Tony, and joining me all the way from Paris is is it Paris? Is that where we're gonna stay? Yeah. Okay. Paris is Kwok, my co-host Kwok.
Hello.
Hello. And we are a podcast for nerds by nerds, and we usually get a topic from you guys to discuss for the topic of the episode. And we are on this episode is 116. So I still can't believe that we are past the hundreds. And we've been doing it for this long. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, let me just pull up the topic and then just let people know who suggested that topic. We actually had two topics, so
Okay.
Yeah, so Lee from I'm pretty sure he's from the Monster Closet podcast. He says favorite Iron Man armor, and then the other tweet we got was from let's see, it is Geeky Girls Night In, and they ask, are we doing any conventions? So yes, that is interesting. That is an interesting question. Yeah, but anyway, before we go talking about those, how you been doing?
Good, I guess. I just recently found a flat, and then I just need to get get my new apartment set up so I can actually move into it. And that's like, after that, I could be a little bit more free of time.
Oh yeah, because it's taking up a lot of time, right?
Yeah, it's just like, it's always on the side, so I don't really concentrate on anything. It's just like, all right, gotta figure out what I need to do, what I need to buy, what apartment I need to go see.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I found one, I was like, oh my god, thank God. I don't really care. I just want a place to stay for a while. And now it's like, oh,
yeah,
I need to move a lot of things around.
How's the space over there? How big is it?
The one I have is not that big, I guess. You've been to my Vancouver flat, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than that. Maybe like
Japanish? Is it kind of like Japan sizes?
I don't know. I haven't been in I've been in the ones in Japan, but I've stayed at houses, so they're like really nice and huge.
Oh, okay. So we already looked at Airbnbs for our trip because we're going to be going to Paris in November. Yeah, the space looks really tight. And this is Airbnb, so that means hotels are even smaller. Hotels and apartments are even smaller. So yeah, I could just imagine that.
The thing was, like, the hotel that I stayed in Paris wasn't that bad.
Oh,
it was like hotel size.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah.
Because I was thinking a lot of the hotels, you typically get the spaces smaller than a regular home. Because if you think about it, in the US, same thing, right? The hotels are rooms, and they're smaller. Generally, they're smaller than the normal living spaces in the US.
Oh, yeah.
And in Japan, it was the same way too, because I stayed both at Airbnb and a hotel. And there was like an Airbnb that we stayed at, and the hotel was 1/3 the size of.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, but we paid like twice the amount.
Oh, that's the Japan experience, I guess.
Yeah. So that's why I would think of like that would be the same, but it sounds like for you experienced the opposite.
Yeah, I guess it depends on where you stay too, because of course there's always gonna be like luxury hotel, blah blah blah. But do you know how many like square meters it says?
I don't remember.
Is it Airbnb or hotel?
Airbnb.
Okay.
But yeah, the ones we looked at, they looked pretty spacious. Like, pretty spacious for the standards that we had in our head, which we were thinking Japan sizes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it says like 35 square meter or above, it's actually pretty decent size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just kind of looked at the pictures to see like where things are situated and see if we have like walking space and things like that. So, or like how big the kitchen is, if there is a kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, some of the ones we liked are pretty good. And then, just reading reviews of people saying, oh, it's spacious. Oh, this is like really great. That just seems like internet's pretty spotty everywhere there.
Yeah.
I need internet because I'm still in class during that time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, I thought you were done with classes.
I start again end of August.
Oh.
I'm just on summer break.
How long are your classes again? Or when does it?
One more year. I finish in May.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's so weird to hear you talking about school again.
I know. It's still weird for me too. I'm actually really, really enjoying not having assignments to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't I'm dreading having that
school.
come back.
It sounds just like
Yeah,
school.
right? Yeah. I mean, the thing that's different though is that now I take in the information a lot better than before. Whereas, I'm doing this because I want to versus before I know the things I was doing was just a means to an end,
Oh yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, because once you start doing stuff because you want to do it, like the whole perspective changes.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. Now you actually want to learn on the side because it's kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually helped me a lot with like understanding how to build my computer because I'm building that right now. I think I told you I'm building a server, and I'm trying to like all the components I got. I kind of learned a lot of like the types of things from my communications class. So that was pretty cool. Like
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
communication meaning like computer communication, not like interpersonal communication.
First you say hello.
It's like, hello CPU, nice to meet you.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and then what else have you been doing?
Nothing much. I think that's just been like my life for the past 2 weeks. It's just apartment hunting and work-ish, but it's not really work because I don't really concentrate at work. I hope people don't hear this.
You concentrate. You do concentrate.
Just not on the right things at the right time.
Well, I mean, there's that whole like the mentality, not mentality, but if you say like the time that you spend at work is like 100% of that 100%, maybe only about, I think it was like 60 to 80% you're productive or something. And then the rest of the time is like, you have other things to do that may reduce your productivity. Like it could be meetings, it could be being distracted, it could be like, I don't know, a bunch of things. So
Oh, being distracted, that's something I'm not really good at.
don't put on your CV or resume, like skills, being distracted.
It's on my LinkedIn profile.
Oh, by the way, you still have a LinkedIn? Let me check. I forgot if you do, because you say you don't really use. Yeah, you do. Oh, you updated it. Huh.
Yeah, that's the only thing I use more because it's professional-ish.
Oh, okay.
But I only do that when when I get a new job
Yeah.
or when I do stuff.
Hey, that number for Paris and then that number, is that the place that is that like the district number?
Wait, I don't know what number you're talking about.
So I mean, I don't want to say it on the air, but oh, cool, you just logged into LinkedIn.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. Oh, right. Because I have the messenger thingy.
Yeah, I'm on your page and all of a sudden you turned green.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Oops. Oh.
It's when you go to your main page, your profile page.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. So that's near.
That's
That's near
the district for work.
Yeah, that's near the Eiffel Tower, right?
No.
Really?
Wait.
It's fairly close,
No,
right?
it's not.
Because I was looking at places like Airbnb, and then we were looking at some more on the east side, and then we saw like that number that you're at is closer to the west area, like kind of like where the Louvre and the Eiffel Tower are at, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not like close because Paris is small.
Oh, okay. So relatively, it's not close because everything else is closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not really that close. It's kind of far, or it's close-ish if you're from like a North American perspective, but it's actually not that close. Yeah, I guess like from my place to there, from a North American perspective, it's more like I just need to walk about an hour.
Oh wait, no, that's not close at all.
Yeah. So it's not that close walking distance wise.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, but I mean, there's public transit, so that'll take only 30 minutes.
Yeah, we wanted to just like stay at a place. We're gonna stay near that university, so that we're about like 15-minute walking distance from the big cafe area and that circle. I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, but they have all the cafes, the museums, and all things like that.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Whatever. we can talk about it another time.
From what I was told by one of my colleagues, if you want to go to Louvre, check it out on Friday night. It might be a little bit less crowded.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be in Paris on a Friday because we're only going to spend a few days there. And I think we come in on a Saturday, so
Oh, okay. So you leave on like a Wednesday or something, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. Well, we leave on a Friday and we get there.
Oh, okay.
I think,
Okay, I see.
yeah. So, and the first place we're going to is Paris. So I think we may miss the Friday for Paris.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because the Louvre, like, my wife said that when she went, she had to, like, wake up super early. Otherwise, there's, like, a really, really long line for it, like, especially the Mona Lisa. Especially after the Da Vinci Code came out. So everyone just, like, want to go to the Louvre after that.
Yeah, yes, so. But you're going November, so hopefully it's less touristy by then already.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a little bit cold over there, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought...
So humid.
Okay. No, I mean by November.
Oh, I have no idea. Well, I guess we'll see.
Oh, wait, you've only been there for like a month.
No, not even a month. It's been like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, that's true. It was the week after... It was the week after the wedding? Or of that wedding that you know?
It's pretty much like the week after the wedding, yeah. The week after the wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Earlier today, I was just thinking, oh my gosh, it's already been like almost a month from the wedding. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you said why not, it took me a while to register.
Yeah, it takes me a while to register before I say that too. I'm like, wait, I can't say fiance anymore. And even then, I wasn't used to saying fiance.
Even when you said Beyonce, I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. The person in the other room. Like right now.
Yes, that's how I normally hear you refer to her.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway.
How about you, man? How are things on your end? You seem quite busy.
Yeah, I am. My pharmacy podcast has been picking up a lot. So it's been really cool to like get like really big people in the field to like interview. So it's really cool. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. And then just doing a lot of like, building my computer and then still slowly moving my stuff into the house. And I've been cleaning up and I found that I have a life-size Ant-Man helmet. And I was like, what the heck? I didn't even know I had this. So I wore it and my head's too big, but it still kind of fits. And there's lights. It turns red and blue, like in Ant-Man. And then I looked at the price.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is one of those Marvel Legends kind of toys, right? So they are kind of like a more pricey toy, like, because then people can use it for cosplay. So I think my helmet, I looked it up, it was about $70. So yeah, there was that. And then like, what else? What else I've been doing? Watching a lot of like TV shows in the background. So Superstore is a really good one. So have you heard of that?
Wait, what is it called?
Superstore.
No.
Yeah, so Superstore is, and if you guys haven't watched it and you have Hulu, watch it. It's really funny. It's a show about like people who work in a department store. It's a 20-30 minute show. There's no laugh track, and it seems like it's a single camera maybe, but it's like kind of like The Office, but it's not documentary style. It's just like the shaky kind of camera that follows people around. Does that kind of make sense?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like maybe Malcolm in the Middle a little bit, but the setting is like a department store called Cloud9, and the store is literally exactly like what, Walmart would be if you put it into a TV show.
Okay.
Yeah, and the people who work there, it's just like revolving their, everyday like shenanigans, right? And then just like in between shots, and when they transition from one scene to the next, then they'll have a random shot of like weird customers. And it's just so Walmart, man. It's like, that whole thing about people at Walmart and, the weird things that happen in Walmart. Like it's pretty much like that. But
wait, is this a real store though?
No, it's not. It's just it's a comedy show. That's it.
Okay. Just want to make sure it's not using a real store.
No. It's pretty funny. Like the kind of things that there's also a pharmacy in there, and I appreciate the pharmacy jokes a lot. Like it's pretty like on point with that too. Like, I think there was like a patient came in and she's like, oh, like this says it's a stool softener and this one says it's a laxative. What is the difference? I don't want it to get softer. I want it to get out of me. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so true. You get those questions all the time. So yes, it's very good. The store is mostly not about the pharmacy, but it's just, they have funny pharmacy stuff in it.
They have a little tidbit stuff in there.
Yeah. So Yeah, and it's funny too because after I watched Cloud9, and then the other day I had to go to Walmart to buy some stuff, and then when I went to the Walmart and I was walking in there, and it just like kind of dawned on me that show is very accurate to Walmart, because then I was walking around, I was like, oh gosh, this is just like I was on set for the show. So yeah, yep. So that's a show I watch. What else? Another show. I've been watching IT Crowd again.
Did you finish the whole thing already?
IT Crowd? No. I saw the first 2 seasons a while ago, and now I'm watching season 3 and 4.
Oh, okay.
Pretty funny show too. I really like the way that they structure their show, so that it's kind of like the first 10 minutes or so of each episode, it's like kind of random things happening, and it's like, you know, gags and things like that. And then the last half of the show, you slowly see everything come together and affect each other, and it just becomes like one big spectacle of like ridiculousness at the end. So
Oh wow.
yeah, it's a really, really funny show too. So you should check it out.
Yeah, I keep hearing a bit of funny things about it.
Yeah. Do you have any streaming services?
Yes, Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, season 1 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to sit down and watch it.
Yeah, and I need to catch up on iZombie. Almost done with the whole series. Like a few more episodes and I'm done with the whole series. And Constantine, I'm also almost done with the whole 1 season that they had. So
Is that good, Constantine?
it is good. It is really good. I really like the guy who plays John Constantine. The show, I mean, it didn't do well because I think it had too many religious overtones. I am pretty sure that's why it got canceled. But the character lived on and got put into Legends of Tomorrow. So that was pretty cool.
Man, so you just been trying to catch up on shows? These last shows?
Yeah, the shows are kind of like just before going to bed, just catching up on an episode or 2 there.
Okay.
But yeah.
Still live shows.
It is. I wish I didn't have as many shows.
Yeah. Are you like Hung, where he has like tons of shows? Like you?
I mean, yeah, I do have a ton of shows that I still want to catch up on or even start, but then like I don't have as much time, so I'm a little bit more picky about prioritizing which shows.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my list is probably just as much as Hung's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just slower to get through it.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, but then the other thing too is Hung watches it on double speed or something, and I don't. Like, I just watch a normal speed. But I think I listen to the most podcasts out of all of our friends. And I'm able to listen to everything at 2.5 speed and understand everything now.
2.5? Holy moly.
Yes. 2.5.
I understand, like, if you go like 1.5, because I tried like 1.5, like 1.25, and then 1.5 is like fast, but it's still manageable. 1.25 is just like it's pretty much the same, but slightly faster, and you don't really notice the difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, man, I tried 2 just for fun, and I was like, nope, don't understand. This 1.5 is pretty much like when I'm like active and can listen properly.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's
2.5.
Well, it's kind of out of necessity because I used to drive like 100 miles one way, right, for commuting to work.
Yeah.
So I had enough podcasts to kind of like keep me going. But now I only drive 15 minutes to work. So
you compact it.
Yeah. So I get to drive every day now. Which is kind of like a little bit better in terms of like keeping myself on the road a lot. But because it's still overall less time, I slowly worked my way up to like 2.5 so that I can catch up with all the podcasts that I am subscribed to. So it's like the not necessity, but more like fear of missing out, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a necessity?
Yeah, it's not necessity, but yeah, it's like FOMO pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the wrong word to use.
It's a pretty cool thing, but I'm just like, man, that's something else.
No, but
do you have any like podcast that relates to music? Because I could see that going really bad.
Music? Yeah, I have a Game That Tune. So it's like, so Game That Tune is a podcast I really enjoy listening to. The guys there are great, and they play a game of like Name That Tune, but video game music to each other.
Okay.
And they'll play the clips, and then they'll play 3 clips, and then they have to like all guess the game. And you know, they play it so the listeners can also listen to it, which is really bad for me because it's like 2.5 speed.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm hearing all the songs. It's more challenging for me because now I have to recognize what it is and then in my mind slow it down and then try to guess
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
But
That's what I was imagining, because words you more or less could understand.
mm-hmm.
And then with music, not only is it just like is it like regular like obscure music like from videos, but it's the one where you have to, it's a clip of it where it's already a game to figure out what it is.
Yeah. But I could tell you this. I think a couple years ago when we went to, like, me, Hung, and a few other friends, we went to the video game trivia, like Nintendo trivia.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Were you there? I forgot if you were.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just heard about it.
Yeah. So yeah, the training too. So one of the rounds there was the audio clip round where they would play something from a video game and then you would have to write down what game it's from. But they had a twist. Their twist was they double speed everything. So I was prepared because that's what I was already normally listening to.
Okay. Oh, you were already listening to it back then. Okay.
Well, I mean, at that time it was 1.5 speed, but I was already used to listening to things faster, right?
Okay.
And then video game music guessing, but then the twist that they had was it's double speed. So I'm like, well, that's how I listen to things, so I'm okay. So, yes. See, it does come in handy. But like over time though, like when I'm like listening to things slow, I move myself up to about like 2.5 now. It actually helps me process things a lot faster when I hear things. So my brain just works faster. So it's nice. I don't know. It's nice, especially in work.
I can imagine that it works like in the overdrive.
Yeah.
But wait, so how did you even make that transition? Do you go from 1 to 1.5 right away, or?
Yeah, from 1 to 1.5 was pretty much rapid. Like I just did that overnight, and then after a while, 1.5 I went to 1.8, and then on 1.8 it was a few months, and then I went to 2. But I went to 2 only for like a few weeks. And then I was like, okay, if I'm at 2, I might as well just try faster. So then I went to 2.5. So then I just stayed at 2.5. There is a 3, and I haven't tried.
I was going to ask, is there more than 2.5? Okay.
I just haven't tried yet, but there is a 3. Let me see. What's the settings? Yeah, the max on my app is 3 times. So that may be something I would be trying in the future, but we will have to see.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I have so many podcasts, man. Like right now, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 10. I have 39 episodes I need to catch up on that are not listened to yet of podcasts. And that's really counting that I already listened to like maybe about half of them. So I have 39 left. So yeah.
It's kind of crazy how you consider that a lot.
Is that not a lot?
Well, how long are the episodes, I guess?
Oh, they're about like anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's not a lot for me at all. I mean, it's still a lot, but it's still like manageable. Because I've been like putting off, I guess, like my D&D podcast for a while, and they're around like 3 to 5 hours, and I'm like, I think, oh yeah, I'm like 100 episodes behind now.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, and so it just keeps building, because every time I think about it, it's like, I don't really want to listen to this anymore. It's so hard. It's fun, but it's just like, it's so much time. And I try to listen to 1.25
How often do they get released?
weekly.
Okay. Yeah, these like 39 right now, like if I don't listen to them by Monday, I have all of them the next episode. So I have to catch up with this weekly too.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh man, it's hard. That's why I'm like, man, I want to, but it's just like, it's so much time. And I guess like, because I guess since you do it in twice the speed, it becomes only 15 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but a lot of the episodes are about 1 hour. Like that's the average.
So 30.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still manageable for me. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's because I listen to it faster. That's why it's not like killing me right now.
Yeah.
And it becomes more of like a chore. I'm like, every time there's a new really good podcast, I'm like, do I want to subscribe it? Because if I do, then I'm gonna have to like make myself listen to it.
Yeah.
So.
No, but I understand. It's a lot. It's just like, man, I've heard of like speed reading, and I haven't seen like speed watching yet, where you like watch a video twice as much. I haven't heard of speed listening yet either. So that's your next, Tony.
Well, speed watching. I do watch things in 1.5 for like YouTube because you have that option on the bottom right.
Oh yeah. But I mean, like that's why 1.5 is like manageable depending on where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watch some of the stuff on like 1.5, and then if I'm tired, then I could do like 1.25. But if I'm conscious, then I could do 1.5.
Oh, that reminds me. You remember when we did the Marvel trivia? Like not you, but like yeah, like a few of us, we did the Marvel trivia. Like me and my wife at that time, there was 18 movies that Marvel had, right? And we're like, oh shoot, we need to split this up because me and her and the other people, they were not gonna like do a marathon or anything. But me and her, we did. So she did like her 9 movies, I did my 9 movies, and I watched every movie through at like about 2 to 2.5 speed. And that was like insane because then I had to like remember the details too. So it was like crazy. It is a different ball game when you're like watching something that fast.
Yeah, because I'm like, what do you guys? As you said, Marvel movies, right?
Yeah.
2.5. I'm just imagining all like the action scene.
Yeah. So it was okay for the action scenes because I got to like just enjoy them because they were kind of like, oh, good. I don't have to like listen to audio. Right. But yeah, it was. But the transitions, right, to the different cities, or like I remember, when I went to the Elven world in like Thor: The Dark World, right? There was like a quick thing on the screen that said the name of that place, and like, oh shoot, I wonder if that's important. So I just quickly like, because it went too fast, I'm like, oh shoot, what was it? And I just Googled it while I continued to watch. Just like, oh, that was important. I might need to Google this. So then I did, and yeah, that was actually asked on the trivia. So.
This is how like adult cram.
Yeah, pretty much. We had less than a week to study for this trivia. But yeah, it was still fun. Again, something you want to do versus something you're forced to do, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if at that point it's something you want to do anymore.
That's true. Yeah, but we still got like was the first runner up. We didn't win grand prize. We lost by 1 point. So imagine the other group who was even crazier. So yeah.
I mean, crazier doesn't mean like they crammed like a week before watching stuff at 2. Was it 2.5 or 2 speed?
2 to 2.5 because VLC gives you a lot of like flexibility with the percentage.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they didn't watch it at 2.5 speed.
Yeah, that's just us.
Yeah, I was like, it's crazy that their knowledge might be more crazy, but what they did to accomplish that knowledge isn't that crazy, I guess.
Yeah,
perhaps.
So.
I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe they watch at 3 times speed. Yeah.
Anyways, that's pretty cool though. That's a pretty new skill that I found for you. Yeah.
Not a very advertised skill, but yeah, a skill nonetheless. All right, so let's move on to the news. All right, so you know how like Huawei, Huawei, right? The was it Chinese technology company? Yeah, the phone.
Oh yeah.
So they a while back, I think Google pulled out from providing like Android to Huawei. So now for that moment in time, they were freaking out. What are they going to do with their phones? Because they were relying on Android. So Huawei just revealed that they have a new operating system called Harmony OS. And that's going to be their official OS for their Huawei phones. So yeah, that was one of the news items.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Do you have any news?
I guess the only one I have is like I read recently is like Disney and Pixar executives are taking over like the Blue Sky studios. Because Blue Sky, for listeners, Blue Sky did stuff like Ice Age, those sort of thing. They're known for those one. I guess because like since Blue Sky was under Fox, now they're slowly making like the move into transitioning and I guess like trying to produce it more, be more on top of the other studios.
Huh. I didn't realize that. I think we might have talked about it, but I was like, oh, now Fox actually let go of their entertainment stuff to Disney, so Disney actually owns Blue Sky, right?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So everything, like all of the studios are slowly becoming Disney.
Yeah,
Like a
that's
big
pretty crazy.
now. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there are some things that Disney does well, but then there are, that monopoly thing is just scary.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're pretty much like Google, but with films.
Well, with everything, not just films.
Well, is it with everything? I imagine mostly movies.
Movies, cartoons, TV shows.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true now.
Yeah.
But I mean,
even-
like more the entertainment side as well.
Yeah, and music too. So yeah, they do have a stronghold on a lot of the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
So
Surprisingly, because then Disney pulled out some of the Disney shows or like movies on Netflix, right? Or most of it, not all of it.
I don't remember. I know that there was a number of shows that were going to be removed because of Disney Plus streaming.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think like I was on like I forgot which server. I have a VPN, so I was on a certain server, and I was like, oh, let's just see what's on French Netflix. I was like, oh, there's still some Disney here. It's rather weird.
No, there are still some Disney things on Netflix right now. As of today, they didn't remove everything, but I think they're just on their way out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So until the launch of the actual Disney Plus or Disney streaming, then we'll probably see more.
Yeah, and speaking of which, Disney streaming, they're bundling it. So, like, you can get it separately for like $6 or something a month. It was ridiculously cheap. But if you bundle it with Hulu and ESPN streaming, it's like $13.99 a month. I was like, what the heck? That is such a deal. Like, even without watching ESPN, having Hulu and Disney Plus for like $13.99 is such a steal.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix itself is like 10, right?
Depending on the tier you get, but yeah, it's anywhere from it depends on how many screens you're running it from too. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, like different if you're sharing it with other like family members and people using it at the same time, the number of users that can use it at the same time, it will determine the plan that you're in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what's yours then? Is yours like
I think mine's like
the biggest one?
I think it's like 3 screens, if I remember correctly. I don't remember too much. I haven't like logged into the account for a while, like the actual like subscription account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see.
Alright.
What else? Oh, Spider-Man: Far From Home. The Blu-ray cover is already released, so it sounds like the movie's almost out on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
That was fast.
Oh, I can watch it now because then it won't be spoiled.
Yeah. Did you watch Endgame yet?
Yeah, I did. So like, oh, good.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I'm almost.
I forgot. You told me this last week. You watched it last week.
Oh yeah. I think it was just more like I was like going through like LinkedIn because that's normally where like I get my animation feed, like just like people's work in progress, stuff like that. And then I'm like, oh, this looks cool. And then it's like, because it was like a breakdown of like the Hulk when he was like from Endgame. And so I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember this from any other one. I was like, damn it, spoil.
Yeah.
Or mini spoiled.
Yeah, but you can understand now why I said that, it's spoiled, but not really, because they kind of like the Far From Home intro. It kind of assumed things that was not correct, right?
Yeah.
So that's why.
But, I mean, it's
yeah.
kind of like, yeah. No, I see what you mean. But at the same time, it's just like, it still say what happened. It's still more or less say what's going to happen.
Yeah,
The end
yeah.
result.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm like, it's not a spoiler to like the real thing, but it's still a spoiler into there's an event that happened.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah. So speaking of Marvel stuff and what was it Deadpool? Like Disney, there's rumors going around that Disney is like kind of stuck on deciding whether they should change Deadpool to PG-13 or keep as R-rated. But like keeping it as R-rated, how would they merge it with the MCU? So it's gonna be challenging for that.
Ooh, yeah.
Like can Deadpool exist seamlessly as a R-rated? Sorry, can it exist solo as an R-rated movie, but seamlessly be integrated into a PG-13 universe?
It's gonna be quite difficult.
Yeah, I think it will be fine. I think the issue would actually be with kids who see Deadpool in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, then they want to watch the solo movies. I think
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that will be the biggest challenge. But like in terms of the actual integration, I think it's fine because Deadpool will still have R-rated movies, and then when he comes into MCU, they'll just censor him and he can make a joke about it. Like it's just easy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Because then I think the only thing like I don't want them to make it PG is just or like PG-13. You said right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just because like you lose a lot of Deadpool personality because of that.
Yeah. They did release a PG-13 cut of the Deadpool 2 movie.
Was it okay?
No, they released it like one of the Christmas times a few years ago. I don't remember when, but it was decent. They just like framed it in a way where Deadpool was telling a story to Fred Savage, who was tied up in a bed, and then he was basically telling the Deadpool 2 story, but left things out that were not PG-13. Like that was the way they framed it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of superheroes, Venom is actually going to be getting a sequel directed by Andy Serkis, which is interesting.
Yeah. See what happens.
I don't know. Andy Serkis.
He's not really what's the word? Liked in the animation.
Oh yeah.
By animators.
He in general, it's weird. I don't like him because he's trying to get out of his domain, but try to be. I don't know. It seems like he's being a jerk about it. Like he's showing that I can do this good, and I could do this thing good over here. Oh look, I'm going to do this really well now. I don't know. That's like how I'm just thinking like how he talks. You know, like.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like it's weird. Like I hear like from some people who work with him say like he's not a bad guy.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's not, but he just maybe has a bad way of communicating it or something. And you hear like news about him and the things that he do that just makes you question like his I guess not the word interest kind of just question his like values a bit. It's like I don't know what your moral grounds are.
Yeah.
But some of it's like I don't like this, and some of it maybe it's a misinterpretation. Who knows?
Yeah, don't know. But yeah. I want to ask you, what do you think about the Addams Family animated reboot?
I thought it was pretty cool. I only say that just because like my friends worked on it.
Oh, okay.
A friend of mine was working on animation for it, and I was like, he's been talking about it and trying to recruit me 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought that Snoop Dogg as cousin It was pretty funny.
Oh, that's cool. I think I don't know. I like the Addams Family, but like I like them as live action. I think it kind of loses a charm when you go animated because I think the antics and the weird stuff that happens like it's funnier as a live action, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's like a mixed feeling for me, actually, because it loses a lot of the mood, but you can actually do a lot of things because it's animation. Mm-hmm. So it feels like, it's kind of like what do you call it? Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because if you think about it that way, they have like a lot of ridiculous, monsterish things.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Addams Family exists in the live action space, and it's unique. Whereas if you bring it to the animated space, then it's similar to a lot of other things out there, like what you said, Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a chance because I do like the Addams Family. I just kind of like hesitant because of that.
I think I'm just more like hesitant because I like what's the point? What's the plot? What's gonna be the plot behind this?
Yeah.
It's very simple, and it's just gonna be like a whole bunch of gags, I guess.
Well, that's how Mr. Bean's animated show went. So, and I think it did pretty well or decently because.
But I mean, the only difference is it's a show. Show I can understand.
Oh, is this? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's true.
And they could do like mini gags. It's kind of like watching Looney Tunes or just like any cartoons. It would just be like small clips of stuff and it'll be fine. But if you put into a movie, my thoughts are my feelings are more like you're either gonna stretch one gag really long and it might be overplayed, or you just and make something that's really simple into something that's overly complicated than it should be. Or like in some rare cases, you're just gonna make something up that doesn't make sense at all and just gonna force it on it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Let me know how it goes. What do you think?
Yeah, I will. I'll probably watch it when it comes out. Hey, you want to be a playtester? Resident Evil is actually needing some. Capcom's doing a call out for that.
Well, for what console
Let me check.
or platform?
It's so funny because the headline says Resident Evil ambassadors in the United States are now being recruited to work as playtesters for a mysterious new title in the Resident Evil series. I was like, what? Resident Evil ambassadors? Is that a thing? Like,
I didn't even know that was like a role. That's funny.
yeah, so it doesn't say what system. It doesn't say. Yeah, it's not very clear. It's just a Resident Evil project. Yeah, so I guess people who are already ambassadors, they get that email.
Okay.
So it's probably just a name of that they give like that role of like, you're in this pool of like people we want to like ask about playtesters or something, Yeah. Did you hear about the Nintendo Switch Lite?
Briefly, but not too much detail. It's just gonna be like the same thing, but minus the plugging or the dock, right?
Yeah, so my friend made a good point about that. Nintendo Switch was named for its ability to switch between handheld and console. So this Nintendo Switch Lite, they removed the function to switch between handheld and console, so it's only going to be handheld.
Yeah.
So why is it still being called a Switch?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point.
Yeah, we're like,
Is it gonna be cheaper though?
yeah, it's going to be $100 cheaper.
Okay.
But and then we're like, should this be called the Nintendo Stuck? Because it's stuck in handheld mode. So yeah, but they do have I think there's a brighter screen, and then the Joy-Cons are now like fused with the handheld, so it's truly a handheld.
Okay, yeah.
So and then it's slightly smaller, and it comes in ugly colors. Some ugly colors, I guess. Yeah, and I don't know if I have any other news. I mean, big news for me. I'm like annoyed with for Mortal Kombat 11. They just released a balancing patch, and Scorpion's teleport move was nerfed. I'm like, what the heck, man? So there's two arguments about this, right? One is people say that move is really annoying, so his teleport punch, like you have to block it, otherwise you get hit. But now they what's it called? They have that move nerfed, so then if you duck, they can avoid it. So you can just duck now, which is annoying because it's not my fault that they don't know how to block. Because when people play as Scorpion against me, I know how to block,
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, because I remember like back in the old one, it just hits, right? You just need to jump.
Yeah, jump or block. Like,
yeah.
Even if you duck, it still can hit you, but it's just, I don't know. Yeah. So, okay, let's move on to the topic of the episode.
Topic of the episode.
All right, so I guess we could just quickly talk about the Iron Man suits. Do you have a favorite Iron Man suit or Iron Man armor?
I guess like the only one that I kind of remember that's kind of stuck in my mind is was it the Hulkbuster, right?
Yeah, Hulkbuster.
Yeah, that one looked actually really cool, and it just stood out from the rest because I don't remember the rest because they're all just like very minor upgrades, like visually.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, I don't remember I'm sure like he made some modification that could do more stuff, but I don't know when it could do stuff.
Yeah.
So the only three that I remember is like his first one, where it's just like he made in the prison, and then the Hulkbuster, and then like the generic red gold plating one.
Yeah. A lot of the red gold plating one, they're like little iterations that you just slightly change a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently though in the comics so you said the Hulkbuster. Apparently in the comics there's actually one called the Thorbuster. So it's made using Asgardian stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it looks like if you watched the first Thor movie, there was like that enemy called the Destroyer. Do you remember that guy?
No.
Did you ever watch Thor 1?
Thor 1, yeah.
Yeah, when they were in.
Is he like the last guy? The last boss guy?
Yeah, the big like metal dude on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Thor Buster, the Iron Man suit looks kind of like that guy, but red and gold.
Oh.
So that one looks pretty cool. I don't really know if I have a favorite though. I mean, if I had to pick one, I like the sleek design of the nanotech one that was in Endgame.
Yeah.
I guess it's either that or the feeling I got when I first saw his suitcase one in Iron Man 2. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah, the suitcase one. That one's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, because like at that time it was still like grounded realism and stuff. So it was
Yeah.
cool that, oh, you got a suitcase I can actually, you carry around. You can wear it.
It seems so practical.
Yeah, right? And then now it's like, oh, nanotech is better.
Yeah, now it's too practical.
Yeah, so I think that's probably, if I had to go like how I felt about when I first saw it, I would say the suitcase one.
There's I forgot, was it Iron Man 3, right? There's the suit that he made that turned evil count as a suit.
Yeah, the one that turned evil, that wasn't that...
That's a Vision or something?
Wait, which
It's
one?
not Vision, no.
You're talking about Ultron?
Ultron, sorry, yeah, Ultron.
Is that a suit? I thought that was just a cyborg. It wasn't a suit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a sentient cyborg, I think. Kind of like Vision.
Okay, I thought he merged with like the suit. I forgot.
It could be, maybe. Because well, Ultron
I'm
is...
like slightly vague where something about like AI taking over, right?
Yeah, because Ultron ultimately is an AI, and he
Right.
started taking over all the suits.
Yeah.
I guess Ultron made himself,
The suit, I guess so.
but then Tony Stark made Ultron.
yeah. So I don't know how that works.
But if it's an AI, then it is its own sentient being. So technically, it created itself because that's not Tony Stark, because that's the AI learning, right? This gets into philosophy of AI.
I'm confused now,
Yeah.
so we'll just stop.
Yeah. No, this gets into like way too much discussion about like AI and its like ethical dilemmas and stuff.
And then it becomes like, wait, who made who?
Yeah.
The chicken or the egg?
Yeah, the whole AI is a big topic in healthcare IT too. So,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Let's see. And then the other thing is about the other question we got was about whether we're going to be doing conventions. So I don't know what they meant by doing conventions. Like what we're tabling at conventions, because
Hosting or like okay.
yeah, we're not that big. Like, you know, we're flattered that you guys might think so, but we're not like big at all. So
Yeah.
we go to conventions. If that's what you're asking, then yes, we do. I just went to,
And by we mean Tony.
well, I mean, I would think that you would be eventually going to the gaming conventions to represent your company.
You would think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
E3 next year.
Yes. Maybe next year. We'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, I've gone to some of them. I've gone to San Diego Comic-Con. I'm going to be going to D23. I've gone to Power Morphicon. I've gone to WonderCon. What other cons have I gone to? I haven't gone. Oh, I did I go to Anime Expo? I don't think I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think everyone around me has gone to Anime Expo.
Okay. It might have been Hung that went then. I remember somebody talking about it.
Yeah, he did. He waited outside. The line was outside in the sun for hours to get in, and everyone was burning hot and uncomfortable.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
That sounds like the life that Hung was stuck with.
Yeah. Oh, and I also went to DesignerCon. I like DesignerCon a lot because it's all
Oh,
about...
what's DesignerCon? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a very like art and creativity focused convention. So you have like people who design like, you know, art, they design toys, they design, you know, shirts, they design little plush toys, anything, right? Yeah, it's basically like all those smaller shops in the big conventions. Like at Comic-Con, you have all the smaller booths, you know, those smaller booths, like maybe Tea Turtle or something.
Yeah.
Or even like local designers or even artist alley. Just think of it as a giant artist alley for like all of the. Yeah, it's cool. Like even like pin creators. There's also Disney trading pins there. Like it's really cool and low key, and you could like enjoy. You don't have to worry about large crowds that, you know, block everything. You just go through and walk the whole area and just enjoy like your time there.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So my question for you, Tony, is when are you gonna start dressing up in this convention?
I don't know, man. Every time Comic-Con happens, it's in the middle of summer, so it's like
Yeah, Yeah, Comic Con, I don't expect too much because it's gonna be like super crowded.
Yeah.
But there are other ones that you can go to. Like, did you like? There's WonderCon and there's Power Morpher one, right?
Yeah, Power Morphicon, I don't want to do anything for cosplay because everybody there already does very good cosplay.
Oh yeah, I remember you talked about that, and it felt yeah.
Like 2 people are on stilts, like dressed up as Megazords. Like I'm not gonna, like I can't do this. Like I just want to enjoy that space.
When you said that, for some reason, I'm just imagining like the budget version would be like just like a dad with a kid stuck on his arms and legs, like holding on to the legs as you walk.
Yeah, but that'd be funny. It's like, why is the saber-tooth tiger and the Triceratops the largest part of this Megazord? Doesn't make any sense.
It'd be pretty funny though.
Yeah, but yeah, like they have insane cosplay there. WonderCon, they do have some decent cosplay too. There was like this whole like group of spider people, like Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen. Every iteration that you can think of, they all just like stood there together for a picture. So yeah, and
I mean, that's I guess D23.
Yeah, I've never been to D23, so we'll see. I've also never been to BlizzCon. I heard that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So I'll look for more like smaller cons to go to because the smaller ones are like nice because you can actually enjoy it instead of being stuck in a crowd.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, but you have to make sure that you just it's hard to find. It's hard to find the small ones.
Yeah, and then the Consumer Electronics Show, I really want to go to that one day.
That's the one in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be fun.
Yeah.
I haven't been to it, but it sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it is. It seems very cool. Like all the stuff that people talk about or like they see there, it's just like awesome. But yeah, I think that's it for the topic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to mailbag.
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail. You.
So the last time we talked about the question was, what's your favorite San Diego Comic-Con announcement? And we got a few answers. Judge Greg says nothing. So Judge Greg doesn't like Comic-Con. So yeah. Let's see.
I don't blame him.
John Layola says Thor, Love and Thunder. The fact that Natalie Portman is back. And then Judge Greg says, no, John. He said favorite announcement, not worst. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Do you have any questions for this week?
No.
I'm going to say, what's your favorite vacation spot?
Okay, good. I was thinking something along the same line too.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool. My favorite is Japan.
That's mine too, actually. Yeah, Japan is pretty good.
Okay, cool. We're done with that question. All right, let's move on to the final lap. All right, so anything to promote. So one of my friends, Nan, you remember Nan, right? Mm-hmm. One of the groomsmen. So he started doing Twitch streaming now. So you guys can check him out. He doesn't have a lot of followers. He just wants to check it out. I actually lent him my Elgato capture card because I had 2 of them. So he's just using that now to Twitch to stream on Twitch. What was that?
What does he play normally?
So far, Stardew Valley. It's just Stardew Valley. And then I'll just like log in and watch him, and then he'll just be mining stuff, and then I'll just see him like kill little monsters, and I'll just like comment about me. Oh, hey, by the way, Stardew Valley has this one song on this one town that I was like, why is this sound so familiar? And I was like, kept on listening to it, and I'm like, this is exactly like not even like, different a little bit. The same instrument, the same key. Like the background instrument in the same key and the melody is exactly like the same song in Yoshi's Island from the Super Nintendo. Oh. And I sent him a message too. I sent him a message about like, hey, this song sounds like this song. And he listened to it and he's like, yeah, it does. So yeah, but Stardew Valley, that's his main game right now.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I actually thought about getting like Stardew Valley because now there's like multiplayer function, right?
Yeah, there is. So
yeah, but then at the same time, it's like I don't really want to subscribe to like the monthly or yearly annual thing.
Yeah,
to play it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember whose plan I'm on actually because I joined someone's plan and I don't remember who. But we're in a pool, so we all share that cost.
But a little bit off topic. I think like what you mentioned about like the song. Remember like how I sent you like the so this was I've been trying to learn French, and then I was doing it through like learning through Disney songs, and then it's one of like those one of the songs I listened to was like Stranger Like Me or something like that, but it was like the I guess like the kids bop version of it.
Yeah.
Where it's done by a different artist. And the the first 10 seconds, I was like, wait, that sounds like Under Pressure or Ice Baby.
Yeah.
It goes, ding, 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 ding. I was like, what the? I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Good. You had the same reaction.
Yeah, because like when you
That's just me, right?
you sent it to me and you're like, oh, like this is a Disney song. I listened, I'm like, this is a Disney song? Like, and then later I'm like, oh, you meant just the intro that it sounds like familiar. I'm like, yeah. Like the first thing I thought of was like the Under Pressure song or the Ice Baby.
Ice Baby, yeah.
Like that's
I was like, oh, that's so random.
it's random. It's like if anyone accidentally copies that, you're not accidentally copying that because you can't. Like that's such an iconic beat and rhythm and melody.
Yeah.
There's no way someone can do that on accident and say, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, they're pretty big in Europe, right? I don't know how Queens are known in Europe, I guess, or France.
I
but that's
mean,
pretty.
I would think they would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
anyways, going off topic.
yeah.
Just a small little tidbit I found pretty funny. And of course, like to promote is our friend Steve. Always check him out at michaelbuilder.com. He built pretty cool furniture and things on request.
Yeah, you can actually, there's a contact form on there and you guys can request. Hold on, I'm trying to get to his website right now.
You can probably get books and stuff as well. He was on our podcast before and he mentioned like if he thinks that it's easier or cheaper and easier to just buy something, he would just recommend that rather than buying something from him, just customizing.
Yeah, he also has an Etsy too, which you can find a link to on the website.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, no time for time travel. We are signing off in Herdiger and Warp Speed. See ya.
Au revoir.
I love the Power Glove.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love the Power Glove.
No time for time travel.